Hey everyone, welcome to a live stream. I just decided I just got off with Shadow and Son. He had to run off, and so I figured, hey, let me jump in and see who else is around uh, on a Tuesday afternoon. Usually I would be working right now, but it's we started our summer days, and so I'm not working this week. I'm not working again until July 13th. So I will be on vacation next week. So figured, hey, this will give me a great opportunity just to pop in and just to chat with people. This will be an OSR tabletop live stream with myself, GM Bloodworth, and anybody else that wants to jump in. I will see, well, at least one person is watching. So I'm sure others will start to flow in as well. So let me jump over here into YouTube and make sure that people are seeing this. And so let me go to my YouTube studio and let's go to my content over here and go to live. And yes, so you are seeing me, and I'm not even going to have you delayed with monetization right now. I will leave that off for now. And let me jump into chat if there's anybody here in chat. So I will just do a big welcome, and hopefully people pick up on it. I could also double check on Rumble and see if that's going through there. But anyway, so yes, I've been doing quite a bit these last couple of weeks, preparing for a new campaign that I am going to start on July 14th, and this has been a really interesting process for me. Hey Mobius, how's it going? Good to see you. This has been a really interesting process for me because I'm trying to catch lightning in the bottle a second time. And what I mean by that is I've been looking for a campaign that is going to last years. And the last time I had that was with my AD&D First Edition campaign, which ran basically from early 2022 through to about November of 2024. So it lasted about 2 years and 3 months, or 2 months, give or take a week or so. And it was awesome. And I have many of the same players in this current campaign, which is it's at its core is Castles and Crusades. However, I don't describe it as a Castles and Crusades campaign. I've been describing it as a City of Greyhawk campaign because I want that to be the focus. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Yes, I know we were all over there, and then all of a sudden, Shadow had to run, and I was like, you know what? Let me just spark this thing up. And I saw DM James popped in as well on Shadows just as he was shutting it down, and I was like, all right, let me fire this one up here and let others, jump here on my channel and carry on some of the same conversations. So, yep, just an open mic, just talking about running games or playing in games and everything. Just a open mic afternoon. So anyway, so yes, I have been putting in about 3 months of just mentally thinking about my upcoming campaign, and I've never done this amount of preparation for a campaign before. And although I don't think that it is over preparation, and I'm hoping that it doesn't come off for both me and my players that way. I do have a number of adventure seeds, almost like the old school Book of Lairs kind of thing, where there's these little tiny scenarios and everything that the players can decide that they want their characters to pursue, and then we go into them next week, kind of thing. So our first session is going to be on Tuesday night on the 14th, July 14th, and then leading forward, I'll see where they leave off and see where they want to go for the next time, and they'll have several different um, job opportunities, adventure opportunities to explore, and then and I've made about 30 adventure hooks already for it. So they'll be presented almost every time with 3 to 5 different choices that they can run with, and then you know um, I'll start thinking about them more. So at this point here, and I recently had this conversation with someone else. Who was it? Joe the Lawyer, on Joe the Lawyer's channel. He was like, "Hey, what do you kind of do to, prep for a, a game session?" And I said, I really don't. I I have a general sense. I says I spend more time finding, because I use VTTs, right? But not all of the bells and whistles of a VTT. I use just the mapping and the whiteboard of it and the dice rolling. All of our talk is taking place on Discord. I have my iPad here, so I keep it separate from what we're doing on the computer itself, and so I have all my visuals and my chatting there on the iPad. And I said I spend more time just looking for a map to use for the adventure, and then the rest of the time we're just letting it free flow. And I just, when they enter a room, I'm kind of piecing together, well, what makes sense for this particular situation. That's what the room looks like, and I have a general sense of what I'm hoping they might encounter in there. Like the main reason for them being there or whatnot. But otherwise, I don't really have a true sense of where I'm going to put things until they decide which direction they're going in. Give me one. So anyway, so that's what I basically do as far as preparation is concerned, is just having a general sense of, what is the possibilities of the location that they're in. It's more so running a location than it is running a planned adventure, let's say, if that makes any sense to you. And it's something that I've been playing around with. Hey, my air trumpet, how's it going? And as always, thank you so much for your generosity. And Jeremiah Graham, 1108. Congratulations on that. Hey, D&D dad and son, how's it going? Always good to see you and everything. I think you were recently saying you were starting up a new game with your group. I see so many different comments from people and everything, but yeah, definitely let me know how that's going and everything. What game system you're running and how that's going. Yeah, so I mean, it's been a busy couple of weeks. We had some conventions in, the month of June as well. I had 2 conventions in the month of June, and that was phenomenal experience. I went to AutoCon, which is a tiny convention, in my hometown. So it's literally 7 minutes away, and it's about 75 people, and it's about the 5th time that I've gone there, and I absolutely love it. And this year was the first year that I went there, and I just played. I didn't run anything. I played Pirate Borg, and I played Mothership for the first time. So first 2 times of playing both those game systems, absolutely loved it. Now next year I'll probably run something and play something, but I'll see how that goes. And then I went to CNYCon, which I have been absolutely blown away by what a great experience. If you are anywheres within driving distance to Utica, New York in the month of June, you have to get out to the Central New York RPG Con. It is an absolute incredible, incredible convention. Roughly 240 people this past year, so it's a really nice size. But it was so much, everything going on, just the interactions that we had with both, the players at our tables, the vendors, and the special guests, interacting with everybody as well, myself included. But and it was just, you know, sitting. The venue was incredible. They had couches in some of the hallways, and we would congregate, on the chairs from the gaming room and the couches that were in the hallway, and we're sitting there and we're just, we're drinking and laughing and just having a great time after the game hall had closed, and we're there until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then it's like, all right, we've got to go. I got to get up at 6:30, and that way we can hit the breakfast in the morning with everybody as well, and then the game time. Game time at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever it was, and just an incredible experience. So let's see. Hey Bear, how's it going? If anybody wants to jump in, I'm going to throw the invite out there. So let me throw the invite. And if anybody wants to join in, and Bear, I'm coming close to my shelf tour and getting to your game on my on my shelf tour. Might be there, almost there. In, let's see, what do I have before yours? I think I have I have two more. By tomorrow, I will be to your game there on my shelf tour. So I will have, and if you don't have this already, I'm going to give an advertisement for Bear right now without causing a total disaster here in this. So tomorrow I will be doing my shelf tour, and this will be the topic for tomorrow's shelf tour. I'll leave it there. So that's Bear's game. So definitely check that out. Hey, Chris, how's it going? And Chris, remember, I have not forgotten, we are going to be doing BX at some point very, very soon. That is going to be in, we haven't picked out a day yet, but you are in that, you're in that game. And we'll see when I'm going to run that BX during the summertime. I'm only running 2 games during the no, I'm sorry, it'll be 3 games during the summertime. I'm going to be running my my Castles and Crusades, and let's see, I got a private chat. Taryn Bell Dodds. Hey, how's it going? Howdy. Is there something specific, Taryn? That's in I am backstage. Oh, I didn't hear the click. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's all part of getting older, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it gives you like a very clear sound, like an indicator that someone's in there. It's supposed to be like a boop, and I didn't hear it.
No, you threw a wink up, thought I'd come say hi.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you here. Oh, Bear, you have a different name there. I'm like, what the hell is Taryn?
Oh, that's right. That's from my stupid fucking from the game I'm playing. And let me fix that. Hang on. Let me fix that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I wonder who this Taryn Bien Dotes.
Give me a second.
So anyway, let's see. But you focus on healing. I guess so. Let's see. Shelf tours are fun. Yes, shelf tour. Oh, you mean my upcoming surgery? Yes, I will be focusing on healing. That's going to be a tough, like 3 to 4 days. So if anybody has missed it, So I am going in for a hernia operation on
Goddamn.
on July 31st. And it's going to require, see, this is a gamer's health thing, because when your belly gets so goddamn fat that it starts pushing fat through your stomach wall. You know what I'm saying? Not your stomach wall, your abdominal wall that keeps everything in place. It's very similar to a hernia, but I also have some intestine going through that same hole. But and then you suddenly lose. Well, not suddenly. I lost about 55 pounds, let's say, over the last 10 months. Diabetes and taking care of that will do that as well. Having a blood clot go through my lung, which felt like a damn heart attack, will also scare the shit out of you and make you make some life changes, right? So I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables now, mostly vegetables. But anyway, so I have lost quite a bit, and then I'm looking and I was like, wow, I really can see that lump in my stomach now. So let me see what that's all about. And they're like, yeah, you have a hernia. You should get that taken care of. So July 31st, and they have to do like a full abdominal reconstruction. Now, hopefully I can lose a little bit more weight if I lose like another 10 pounds or so and get down into like the 190-ish range. Then they said they might not have to cut those muscles on the side to bring them closer in. They'll be able to just bring it closer in. But I'm kind of like of the mind, well, while you're in there, why don't you just take some of the shit out that doesn't need to be there, and you'll be able to bring the muscles together without having to cut, do the side incisions. But we'll see. Hopefully I can lose that other 10 pounds before the July 31st and see, or maybe not 10, but I should be able to lose at least 5 by then. Going on vacation, that's going to suck. Because it's always like, yeah, it's hard not to gain weight on vacation because you're eating nothing but.
The secret I found for that is if you're going to go on vacation, you're going to eat like shit because you have to, because there's a lot of healthy choices out there.
Right.
Walk twice as much as you normally do.
Oh my God, twice as much. I'm going to the Bahamas, right? So we're going to
nice.
And I average, I'd say, about 17,000 steps a day, on these vacations. So there's no risk of me not walking twice as much. I'll probably be pushing close to 3 times as much as, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And
you're like me, right? You're diabetic.
Yeah, diabetic.
So be careful of one thing, and you can find these things. They're like socks for divers.
Oh yeah. I have those kind of socks.
Oh, you do? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You want to walk in the water for sure while you're there.
Yeah.
But man, that's dangerous to walk there barefoot.
Yeah. No, I don't walk there barefoot. I will have those socks on, or I'll wear beach shoes that are really comfortable beach shoes too. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to a new resort this year too. So never been there before. I've been there before, but we'd never stayed there before. So we're staying at the Baha Mar, and that's the Chinese-owned resort that kind of took over most of the staff from the Atlantis, which is where we used to go all the time.
Okay.
And really nice place and everything like that. So it'll be interesting. The really strange thing, I was thinking about it today, and I mentioned this on Shadow's channel, was that they're really big in the Bahamas for the 4th of July. They do a big celebration for the 4th of July there. And then I learned last year, because we were at Baha Mar for around the 10th of July, and that's their Independence Day. So the Bahamas gained independence on the 10th, but they were still doing a lot of 4th of July celebration there as well. And I was like, I didn't think of it last year, but now I started thinking about it this year, and I was like, first I said, well, they probably celebrate the 4th of July because so many Americans go there and they're on vacation. I said, but wait a second, we have something in common. We're both celebrating our break from England, in the same week. I mean, not the same week, year wise, but in the same week we both had our independence. So now I was like, oh, that's probably more the reason why is
So
that.
so nearish by is Barbados, right?
Mhm.
You ever see the Barbadian flag?
No.
It's basically a trident without the bottom part, right?
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's just the head of the trident in blue
right.
yellow or blue gold. The reason that flag is that is because the Governor General of Barbados, when they were a British colony, his symbol was a trident. So then when
Oh,
they got free, they made their flag essentially a broken trident. So
okay,
they
that's
wanted the
cool.
flag to be a constant this to England every time England had to look at the flag. I like that. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see what I'll say. If you have a laptop or powerful tablet, record a few more shelves from your phone for the bank of stuff to edit down the.
It's not a
Yeah,
bad idea.
yeah, I'll definitely do that. Well, the only thing they told me, like for the first 3 to 4 days, I'm going to be in the hospital, which is going to suck. All right. But then thereafter, I was like, for a couple weeks, you really shouldn't drive or, do any kind of long distance driving. Certainly shouldn't be doing any kind of lifting or whatever. I'm hoping that I'll be able to sit in this chair and do a little something, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But, thank you all for your
No, best
best
of luck to
wishes
you,
and
man.
everything. Should be. I'm hoping that it'll help me get out of the situation where I have to think about, oh, I don't want to lift 10 pounds, or I don't want to this or that, um, so hopefully it's on the on the path to better health as I approach 60 years old. It's like, if I don't do it now, it's not going to happen, I guess. You know I never wanted to be like my mother. My mother smoked until the day she died. And when her doctors tried to tell her, quit smoking when she was like 70, she was like, what the hell's the point? She was like, it's too far gone now, so
No.
I'm glad that I've gotten rid of some of my um or most of my actual vices years and years ago. So don't smoke. I haven't smoked in 25 years. But the other stuff has kind of piled on. The weight has been the biggest thing, is just, you know, when I got out of the military, it was like 10 pounds went right on. Then
Yeah.
when I quit smoking, because I was still smoking when I was in the military, when I quit smoking, that was 20 pounds. Well, actually, the 20 pounds from getting married came before the quit smoking, because I quit smoking when my daughter was about to be born. So that was so 50 pounds, was in the first probably 20, 10 years or 15 years. And
No.
then just age threw on like another 20 pounds on top of that. So
It sucks.
yeah, yeah. I still have quite a bit to go on my shelf tour. And Shadow just told me, he was like, yeah, we should do a top 10 list of games we have on our shelf that will never run. I was like, you know what? I can guarantee I have 10 games, easily 10 games that I will never run. Um, and so that's an easy one. I'm sure you have some too, Bear.
Oh,
That there are games on your shelf that you will never run.
absolutely.
Yeah,
But I ain't making a top 10 list. I did that. I think I did that once with you guys. I'm like, okay, that's enough. It was like, your top 10 favorite. I don't know. No, my channel is not a top 10 channel. I'm good. Thanks.
you're
Shadow
a
was
music
really into
channel.
it.
You could be like the Casey Kasem of.
Here's one for you. A game no one's playing. I got a letter. It's from Gary Gygax, and it says, yeah. No, I don't know, man. Yeah, lots of games I'm gonna play. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of the lion's share of my D&D and my OSR stuff. I'm thinking about selling it all off.
Yeah.
Just, I'm never going to run it, never going to play it. And if I do, I have the PDFs. So really, it's just taking up shelf space now,
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting to look at my shelf space as that is the limited commodity, and it's becoming more and more. an issue where it's like, well, first I'm going to relegate you to my closet, and then from there it becomes a book, because I'm not doing the whole eBay bullshit thing. I'm not selling out one book and have to pay $6 for it to be shipped to you, and then do all that, and to get back barely what I bought it for. I'd rather just bring it to a convention and donate it,
Sure.
as an auction item. And then, the one convention I go to in September is ShireCon. It's held at a VFW. I'm a veteran, and he takes like more than 50% of the sales from the auctions and everything and donates it to the VFW. I was like, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because I already spent this money. This money is already gone. You know what I'm saying, for me? So I don't need to recoup money from game systems that I bought that, I shouldn't have or whatever, or I'll never run. And I'd rather just hand it over to there. I mean, not unless somebody said, hey, if you have this, I'm willing to pay for it, then I'll bring that specifically to you and do it that way. But for the most part, no, I'd rather just donate it and support, support a worthy cause.
Sure. Absolutely.
I'm a year out from a hernia surgery. In recovery, get prepared to feel like you've done hundreds of sit-ups long. Yeah, I used to do hundreds of sit-ups. I used to hate sit-ups. Oh God, but as long as it's not, the dying cockroach, I don't know if you know that, being from Canada, what the dying cockroach is.
Well, we have cockroaches here, but
yeah, no, the dying cockroach is basically flutter kicks and boots. You know what I'm saying? So you know what flutter kicks are, right? That's where you lay on your back and you have to raise your feet above.
Oh yeah.
Your heels hit, and you're just fluttering like this, and you have to wave your arms too, so that you look like a dying cockroach on its back.
Okay.
And the the drill sergeants have a good old time, torturing the shit out of us.
My Uncle George was a master corporal, rest in peace. And his son, my cousin Gregory, when he was going to go into the military, the two boys, only one was going to go. He did so many push-ups before he went in. He could do like 200 push-ups. He could just snap out 200. But he was raised by a master corporal who explained to him, like, growing up, all the head games and everything. So when he got to his basic, Legrand, drop and give me 20. And he'd do like 50, and then he'd get to like 60. He'd be like, oh, and he'd start overacting the last 5. So he'd be like, get up. Because he knew if he busted out 20, well, there's going to be 20 more, and then 20 more. And then 20 more, and then because the job is to break you, right? So I was always like, oh, that's clever. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, we had one guy in my training platoon. He smiled all the time, always smiling, no matter what. He was a small guy too, always smiling. So the drill sergeants had a pool. Who the hell was going to break the smile off of his face? So we got into about week, I want to say, because back then we were doing 12-week basic training because we're getting ready to go to Iraq.
Yeah.
So this is 1990. And so it was near the very end of it. It was just before the week when we would do graduation. And the 5 drill sergeants came up to him and they handed him the pool because they never fucking broke him. They were like, you smiled the whole goddamn time. No matter what shit we put you through, you just kept that smile, and they handed him the pool. I was like,
Nerds. She was telling me the other day about when she was in Marine boot, and there was this one girl who was showing off how many push-ups she could do. So the drill sergeant walked over and kicked sand in her mouth, and then as she was coughing, he started yelling at her for eating his sand. Just like, that's so fucking mental, but I love it. Like, that's funny.
Yeah. Joel the lawyer hates top 10, top 5 video thing. I told him he should make a video. I told him make a video. 5 reasons why he hates top 5 videos.
Top 5 reasons I hate top 5s.
Yeah. One local library stopped taking book donations a few years back. Donating to local auctions is a good idea. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring them to. I would have brought my 3 cases of books to CNYCon, But again, the hernia thing, I was like, I'm not lifting those boxes are like probably 30, 40 pounds. I'm not lugging 120 pounds of books into, into the place.
Cool. Well, I just stopped in to say hi. I gotta go.
Well, it's good to see you, and thank you, and always good
I'm
to see
talking
you.
to
And
Dog Sage,
like
so
I
I
said,
thought I should say
tomorrow
hi.
I will get to Valorous, and I will be showing off Valorous as my
Thank
3 minute. You'll get 3 minutes of my time tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I'll save you 3 minutes. It sucks. Don't buy it.
No,
There
it
you
doesn't
go.
suck.
There's your 3 minutes. You don't even need 3 minutes for that. Anyway, listen. Thank you so much for you guys letting me in. Nice seeing you. Peace, love, geek,
Take
and
care.
have yourself a great day, sir.
Yep. Hey, Stephen, how's it going? Good to see you. And if you genuinely smile at the universe, it will smile back at you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If you can keep your smile through a lot of that stuff, as long as it is a genuine smile, like you said, they are going to, they're, people will appreciate that. It became like I loved basic training. I loved all of my training in the military. I love being in the military, to be honest, because it was just the interactions that we had. What do they call it? They call it like a trauma bonding. It was like, but it was never very traumatic or anything like that. The only thing, yes, I will let you in. There you are. Yeah, I'm not getting the little bleeps. I don't know why.
What's up?
How's it going?
You want to see what I did to my Hyperborea hat?
Oh, let me see.
Here, let me make it bigger because it looks super cool. I gotta. Hang on.
You did something on the side?
I did. I got a whole bunch
Oh, nice.
of red Sonya buttons
Oh, that's cool.
and a couple of
And a
Conans.
Conan.
But
Yeah.
now I've got
Hyperborea. Is the Hyperborea tag always on the side?
yeah.
Oh, okay. The only thing he has left is freaking hats. I know you guys were talking to him and you asked him about, where's the merch? It was like, what he has women's size small. I was like, okay.
I know.
I
Yeah.
was like,
So he should be
I
getting.
remember what he said. He said gamer size small is a 2X.
Yeah. Gamer
Well, you
size.
said that.
Gamer medium is 2x tall.
But yeah, and hey, how's it going? Yeah, that's now the pins aren't sticking you in your head though, are they?
No, not yet. They probably
not
will when
yet.
my
You
wife
will
sees it
eventually.
and then just goes, "What the
You
hell?"
see, we just had our drill sergeant talk, and those would become blood wings,
Oh, yeah.
on your head.
Yep.
That was depressing when they got rid of blood rank and blood wings and everything like that. That was bullshit. The softening of the military. They freaking. That was before woke was woke too.
Yeah.
They started getting rid of all that shit when they were like, oh, we can't have this. We can't have people. When I made sergeant, it was like, bang bang, punching the ranks in. And they got rid of all of that. I was like, but anyway. Oh, maybe it'll get back to that now,
Maybe.
For a while there, they used to let them wear Viking beards. It was like, we have to let all these, it's my Nordic religion. I was like, all right.
There you go. So what made you decide to stream in the middle of the day? Is something to do?
Yeah, well, like shadows, I was popping into shadows in between having, in between having the electrician come in to change a freaking outlet plate that didn't pass inspection because I just had the whole central air system put in. And so the inspector had to come in to look at the central air thing. And he went up there and he said, yeah, you have this thing that needs to be covered. He didn't say what it was, but he says it is a safety violation. I was like, okay. So have them come in. So the company had to come in and installed it and go in there. And he comes back out. And he says, oh, I see what it needs. And then when he goes back to his truck and comes back in again, he has one of those plates that are like the two outlets and the switch, the white little plates that you get at freaking any hardware. I was like, that's what the guy was talking about? And he was like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. I could have gone to, I could have gone to my local hardware store and bought one of those things for 70 cents and installed it myself because it's just two freaking little screws. I was like, I thought it was like a thing where you had to have like the cap that comes down over it and mount that whole thing, rewire, to have that kind of an installation. I was like, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Lucky you.
I hear woke is leaving the military. Yes, it is indeed.
Not fast enough.
Yeah, no, probably. Well, it's making its way. It's making its way. Enlistment is up, and retention is higher than it's ever, than it's been in a long, long time. So it apparently is working.
Very cool. It's
but
good.
Anyway, too many Chris's. We have, how many Chris's do we have? Oh, we have, hey, Chris Moneymaker. Hey, how's it going? Good luck with your Dark Con and everything. Hopefully that, that kicks off and everything. Good to have you on the channel earlier. And if anybody else wants to join in, you're welcome to join in anyway. So Dan, how's your Hyperborea game going?
It's good. It's good.
You're running it or playing in it?
I'm running it.
You're running it.
Yes.
And what day do you run that on?
Monday nights. It's on mine and Erudites, and I think Jeff also streams it to his channel.
All right.
It's from 7 to 9 Central. We play for about 2 hours. I'm running
7 to 9 Central, so that would be 6 o'clock my time.
Other way around. 8 to 10 your time.
Oh, 8 to 10. Oh, that's possible for me. When do you do
I'm running this module if you've played it.
Okay.
So it's a ton of fun. It's a blast.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to start a campaign, and I don't know how many players are going to have. I'm thinking of going small, like maybe 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And going with 3, maybe 4 at the most. And I'm going to start them off with the Trappers. Lamentation of the Trapper. Yeah, whatever it's called.
Got it right here. Late Trapper Lament.
Lamentations of the Trapper Princess. I almost came up with it.
That would get weird.
That
would get weird. But no,
I should do that now, right? Lamentations of the Trapper's Beaver.
Lord Mattias would like that. No, I've been running Rats in the Walls for some guys on 10 Cars Discord.
Yeah.
And once we wrap that up, I'm going to grab a couple of them and some of my other buddies. And on Wednesdays, I'm going to run. Can't decide if I want to start with Late Trappers from Lament or jump right into Ghost Ship. So, but
yeah,
both are good.
Yes, I am getting ready to. He just does not want to give up. Steven does not want to give up ASH. He does not want to give that up.
Yeah, ASH is a good acronym.
Yeah, no, I you know what? Next time I see Jeffrey at a convention, I'm going to see if he has any. I think he still has some second edition players books.
There were some on the
there were some on his thing still.
Yeah.
But I'll see if he still has any, because I hear
he does. They're $20.
Yeah, he still has them. I wish those maps were less. The canvas map is like $200.
I'm gonna grab a couple of those. I don't actually have the 2E players manual.
No,
and for $20, fun to read.
Yeah, just to see how it's different.
Well, I know, like, class wise between 2E and 3, the class that had the most changes was the monk. So if you don't have a monk in your party, you're pretty much playing the same game. So
yeah,
I mean, it's the same game, but like,
yeah,
rules wise, I think like encumbrance got simplified in 3. He was actually just talking about that on the Discord this morning. But yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
War is awesome.
Trapper Keeper. The Trapper Keeper. Dan, I think you're too young to remember the Trapper Keeper.
I had Trapper Keepers, Rich, when I was growing up. I had a really cool one with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. If I still had it, I'll bet you it's worth money. A lot of that random stuff from the late 80s and early 90s is worth a ton. I used to have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles battle van. And like I saw that on eBay, it was going for like $1,000. I was like, what? So
yeah. So Stephen, why like do you not like the third edition, or what happened between second and third edition?
Main thing was it went from one book up to 2. Monk got updated. Cumberance got updated.
Did Monk need to get updated?
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was okay. I think it's better in third.
It's
so
more character classes for third as well.
Same number. It went more character classes from 1 to 2, but from 2 to 3, I'm like 95% certain it's the same.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and count. Although there are 2 new ones coming in Chromarium.
2 more character classes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
When did he announce that? Because I didn't watch that whole stream yet.
It was on. He mentioned it when I was on. Erudite had him on. There's I believe it's called the Reaver. Yes, which is a combination of the fighter and thief. And then when Jeff had asked him on, I was like, "So tell me, Jeff, will I get my dream class of a class that has backstab and weapon mastery and extra attack?" And he just laughed at me and told me no. And the other one's a seer, which is going to be like a psionist.
I thought that's already in there.
No, it's not a psionist.
No? Okay. And when did he say that's going to release? Probably 2027, right?
Yes, sometime next year, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and then I'm definitely looking to run that. I'm already running it. I've already ran it, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to make it a little bit more towards, what the system actually is, and not that hodgepodge of what I ran at the convention.
I liked it.
I know, but
it worked well for convention play.
Yeah, I still I was using, because I was conflating so many different systems at the same time. I think I even turned to you when I was like, wait, that's from a different system, right? And you were like, I'm not
for those that weren't at CNY, Rich ran a really fun game of Hyper Shadow Borea Dark.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I do the same thing though. Like every now and then I'll just call for something like, wait a minute, that was OSE, or oops, that was Swords and Wizardry.
Yeah,
actually, I think there's one time I was like, well, that was definitely Forbidden Lands. How'd that sneak in there?
Because when I was flipping through, because I didn't bring the books with me, I was like, no, I'm not lugging these monster books with me.
It's too heavy.
So I'm just on the iPad with it. And then I started looking through it. I was like, wait, a tribute checks uses a D6. I was like, what the? I was like, wait, I'm doing D20 roll low for attributes.
It still works. I mean, mathematically, it's pretty similar, honestly.
So. Yeah, I'm sure that it is, and it's
not enough to make a crazy difference.
But then I was like, oh yeah, there's difficulty settings, and so it would be like 1 and 6 is the most difficult, and 5 and 6 is like the easiest task that you would do, and then they fall in between. And I'm like, all right, well. Yeah, the D20 roll low isn't kind of worked anyway, but yeah, I would like to stay truer to the system, especially if I'm running it with Jeff Trelanian looking over my shoulder when I'm running it.
Well, it's actually been kind of interesting for me running it on stream, because I'm actively wanting to represent the system well, just in case people aren't familiar with it. But there are a few concessions I'm making, because we're primarily around initiative, which I think I disclosed in the first or second episode. I'm like, hey, normally initiatives like this, but well, I'm running online and we're doing Theater of the Mind, so I'm doing it this way because it's faster and easier to keep track of. So, but because normally you'd go through the melee, missile, movement, and miscellaneous phases.
Right. Is there a good community database of homebrew or disparate classes and their sources? I don't know.
For Hyperborea, not that I know of. Yeah, Hyperborea is pretty locked down. So basically, if you want to look for different stuff, a lot of Osric things will just slot right in.
Yeah.
And if you find Osric adventures that have a humanocentric swords and sorcery vibe,
right,
right
Or just
there.
do like I did and just grab, Shadow Dark and
Mhm.
OSE and just cram it all in there.
Worked well.
Yeah.
Fun adventure.
It was fun. Yeah, it was it
Didn't
was
get
it,
eaten
it
by
was
a
fun to
giant
run. It
dinosaur.
was definitely fun to run, and I sat there and I was like, you know what, it's a. I'm really glad I brought the Savage Sword, with me, so
Yeah.
I was like, and use that as a visual, and then I
Yeah, I've
had,
got my big one right here.
yeah, nice, so I'm definitely doing that when I run um, I'm running the pool of the black ones,
Okay.
and so that's my next iteration of it. I run that one that I ran with you guys too, but then I'm running two Hyperborea games at ShireCon, and then the
Nice.
rest of the time I'm playing. So it's like, all right, one day we go 1-1, and then the rest of the time play. Probably getting a total of 6 games during the 2 days. So
Okay.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was funny when you mentioned you're doing Red Nails. I've been kind of rereading a lot of my Robert E. Howard
Hmm.
Conan stuff, and when I read, it was actually on the plane to CNY. I reread Zuthal of the Dusk, um, which
Hmm.
is the one where he and the blonde go to like the Jade City in the desert, and everybody's kind of like
Uh,
stoned out of their mind on Lotus, and there's like a frog faced Shoggoth that is
mhm.
eating people. I was like, that'd be a good one, kind of
Yeah.
horror
Oh,
thing.
any
Yeah,
of those stories would be great.
yeah,
Especially from like the either Conan, Robert E. Howard's originals or Savage Swords. They will
hmm
all make great,
yeah,
you know, um, great adaptations for
yeah.
Hyperborea.
Great adventures, great modules, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Great convention games too, because you can really like. I really shortened that story down, and we still came in pretty good timing wise.
Yeah, we had like 15 minutes left in the time slot when we wrapped up. The timing was like spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. So that worked out really well and everything. And, I was like, all right, I'm glad that they didn't, go in this story. It didn't matter which faction you picked up,
Mhm.
with it would have been kind of the same thing. And then I was like, all right, we're doing it went well. Plus having good players is what you really need at a table as well. Um,
The cool part of that was that I got to be invisible when I met them, and then I appeared and blew up their enemies with fireball. I'm gonna remember that one for a long time. That was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, and blowing the smoke out of your ass too to get
Yeah.
to get them that was a good use of the spell as well. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I like warlocks though, because you don't get that many spells. So you gotta really like it's
Yeah,
very like low level OSC or like BX or AD&D, right? They got like one, maybe two, so you got to make them count. So when you play
yeah.
Warlock, it's kind of similar, which is great. Also, D&D Dad Inside had a pretty good question. What do you think about the whispering of this new OSE edition? Well,
Wait, where is that?
it's the most
Oh,
recent
here we are.
comment.
The
It's not really a
whispering of the
whispering.
new.
It's a new
Um,
edition.
I'm gonna probably. Well, I'll get the PDF first, and then I'll see or I'll listen to what people are saying about it. I'll probably get. I just got the hardcovers. you know if all they're doing is just removing the OGL issues of it, I'm not going to probably buy it.
Yeah.
But if they're including new classes and they're some new rules mechanics or whatever, then I probably will.
Yeah. There is there's a PDF on the Necrotic Gnome website where they talk about like some of the errata that's going to go into it. But
Yeah.
the biggest thing is they're streamlining their product offerings, right? Because like if you're someone new to OSE and you go to buy it and you see the classic box set, the advanced box set, the classic fantasy book, and the advanced fantasy 2 books, like
Right.
that's just a confusing product slate for someone fresh coming in. Like you have to get a decoder ring or have a friend to tell you what it is or go find a YouTube video, to explain it.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, I full disclosure, I backed the Demonic Grimoire and I backed it at the level to get the new books just because I was like, well, this is easy. Click. So
Yeah, I back I'm getting the grimoire, but I'm like I said, I just in December for Christmas I bought myself the because they were on sale, right?
yeah.
So I got those two, and I was like, I'm good with that. I'm running it. I'm running it every Saturday, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
OSC's
fine with
fun.
that. I don't need another one. Like I said, unless they, I love the carcass crawlers.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah, those are great. I was like, you know what? I'd rather just keep on buying those, than buy. I know that's like a criticism that Shadow Dark Western Reaches is starting to get by people, and I was like, they were like, all they did was they consolidated all of the Cursed Scrolls, into a book form, and I was like, yeah, but you're not even looking at the DM's or the Game Master's guide yet, so you don't know what rule changes are going to come along with and tools. Game Master tools are going to come along with the Game Master's guide. You're just going off the player's guide, and if the player's guide is just consolidating all of those into one thing plus adding a couple new ones, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
It's still worth it to have one book instead of busting out. Oh, let me open up my
Absolutely.
six, six Cursed Scrolls to see which
Right.
one
Oh
is
yeah,
doing this.
which
No.
one has C mechanics in it? Oh yeah, okay, it's this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's like book 3, but it's like
Yeah.
it's just a I like I like things consolidated.
I do too.
I did that with the Orca Magi in AD&D, Invisible with Cone of Cold. Devastating.
Nice.
Cool. Nice.
Take no prisoners. Slay your players or their characters.
OSC 2 second edition or OSC revised. It's called revised, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I think they're just calling it OSC Advanced Fantasy and maybe adding a 2026 tag or like.
No, they're not calling it advanced. They're just saying OSC Fantasy.
Oh, are they? They got rid of the
I think it's just
tag.
OSC Fantasy. So I know a lot of people are like upset that they're getting rid of, they're getting rid of the basic. I was like, no, they're not. They're putting it in the same damn book. It's still there.
Yeah, they're
you can still say,
people.
hey, I think it's for game masters that don't say no, that they get nervous about. I was like, no, as a game master, I have always been like, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah, no, I have no problem making laws to preserve the feel or whatever I'm going for in the world/game that I'm going to run. Just because Carcass Crawler 17 might wind up having some like elephant flying furry thing, and it doesn't mean I'm going to allow it in my OSE game. So,
although at a convention, I'm much more open. Like when
convention is the 4-hour game.
It was like, hey, can I run my warrior poet? Yeah, sure, go right ahead. As long as it's fun, because that's what convention games are all about. It's about having fun. It's about having a good experience at the table, and the rules be damned. It took me 15 minutes of multiple tabs and new YouTube videos and the official site to decipher which books were right for me. Of OSC? All right. Yeah, just get the new ones if you don't already. That's one thing I said on my channel. I was like, if you don't already have them, just wait. Just wait and get them.
Yep. I'd agree. Just get the new ones when they come out.
And then you're fine. You'll probably be fine for quite some time.
And I think they had mentioned, I remember hearing the PDFs are likely going to get released in August, so you might not even have to wait that long.
Yeah, I'll grab the
PDFs. I think they were targeting PDFs in August and the actual books in like November, maybe, for the Demonic Grimoire. I could be wrong.
It might be later than that.
Yeah, you're right. It might be.
Yeah, I think it's later than that. They might have them printed by then, but shipped.
Yeah, I know that OSE month, they were doing a deal on BackerKit where a bunch of the like 12 of the 17 campaigns were combining shipping, and I was like, oh, cool. So I wound up grabbing some like zines and stuff that I probably wouldn't have normally backed, but if the shipping is going to combine, why not?
PDF summer books November.
Yeah,
but again,
assuming all goes according to plan.
Yeah, like shipping will,
Yeah, no shipping.
November
problems,
is
no
January.
Right?
With shipping, November could be January.
Rules bloat isn't a problem if the DM isn't afraid to say no. Agreed.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say no.
No.
Be a man. Make a stand. Tell them no.
No. One of my, I was not the dungeon master for this, but a friend of mine, he was running Holmes Edition, and this guy wanted to, and he was young too. Like when I say young, he was probably like 14, 15, and he wanted to bring in, he wanted to play a tiefling something, whatever, and he was like, no, can't do that.
No,
you can.
nice
You
try.
can play a bugbear. You can play any monster you want because that was in Holmes Edition, right? You can convert, but you can't play a tiefling. I don't have any of the mechanics for it. I don't have, but you can play something, whatever. Oh, the guy hummed and hawed. He feigned an upset stomach and left the game session. I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, sometimes you just have to say no.
So
and grabbed the zines and caught my eye in that OSR backer kit season. Yeah. When was that? When's
that was in May. That was in May.
Oh, that was in May. Yeah, I remember that in May. I grabbed the only one I grabbed the Free League one because I bought the Twilight 2000 at a convention, from one of those little shops there. And yes, I got that one. I got the Free League one.
Yeah.
And that was is that still running?
There's that's a link to the Free League summer sale. It just started today. I figure you could share it with your homies.
Well, yeah, I grabbed that one because I was like, I got the Twilight 2000 for
Did you back Symbaroum? Is that the Free League one you backed?
For like $30?
Okay.
And I was like, all right, that was cool. But obviously when you buy it from second party, you don't get the PDF.
Yeah.
And then the PDF was like $29 on drive-through, but then that Free League Humble Bundle was $25, and it included that anyway. I was like, holy shit, it's like I'm getting $4 on top of getting everything I was looking for. Plus, there was a whole bunch of stuff in there I never had before. So yeah, that was a great bundle. So,
yeah, the Free League summer sale started today on their website. They've got a ton of really awesome deals. A lot of the starter sets are under $20. The Forbidden Lands core box set is $35, which is an amazing deal because that box comes with 2 hardcover books in it and a giant ass map. And Forbidden Lands is great.
This one here, I hate when they give it to me and like I want to see the English one,
Yeah,
the American dollar one.
Yeah, top right corner. Click on the globe.
Oh,
there's a button.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's in English, but it is in US dollar.
If you re-click it, it'll go back to USD. It doesn't like save it to your cookies.
Oh, so you got to go there and then go there. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But there's some goodies up there.
Oh, there it is. All right. So yeah. So the core rules for the Walking Dead universe. I never got into that show.
Me neither.
Yeah, I tried watching it. I was like, it's a what you call it? It's just a zombie thing.
Yep. I watched 2 episodes and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the core set is $35. That's what I paid for it, but I don't have to pay shipping and handling, so I'm good there. Tales of the Loop I don't have. Yeah, so the Forbidden Lands is $35.
Yeah, totally worth it. Forbidden Lands is great.
Mutant Year Zero, I tried to get that God knows how long, so they got it back in.
They did a reprint of it. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, because I had purchased that years and years ago, and then they never sent it. I never got the PDFs or anything.
No, they didn't reprint it. The Mutant Year Zero is only available in Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, really?
It's out of stock in US, Canada, EU, and UK.
Okay. So I was like, they reimbursed me for it because they said, oh no, we can't send that anymore. They didn't have it in stock, I guess. But so let's see, what else do they have? So that's only in New Zealand.
Yep.
All right.
I know 2 people in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I spoke to one of them
Let's
yesterday.
see. So the Electric State, Lord of the Rings box set is only 17 bucks. Holy shit.
Same with Vason. Yeah.
Coriolis is another one I skipped. I'm going to the Bahamas in a week. I don't have money for this shit. It's like
Just get one last drink on the beach. It'll be fine.
I don't drink when I go there. So I have one drink the entire time.
Oh, okay.
The entire time that I'm there. Although I just went because right after my doctor visit, my wife went with me for my doctor visit because I had to have my diabetes checked every 3 months or whatever. So I went in there and my A1C was 5. He was like, I don't want your sugar to go any lower. So I was like, all right. I told my wife, I was like, listen, he doesn't want my sugar to go any lower. So I says, let's stop right next door is a liquor store. And so I got
my man.
You will see this at CNYCon next year. A fresh bottle, of course.
Excellent.
We'll be busting this out in the hallway in that
dude.
lounge area.
The hallway hangouts at CNY are legendary.
Yes. So that is what I'm bringing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring a whole fresh bottle of this there, and from start to finish, I'll be there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just be prepared. So yeah. Let's see what else. What else do they have on there? Overhill and Underhill starter set. Oh, that's still the One Ring.
Yeah, they've got a lot of Symbarum stuff too.
Yeah,
they just had that.
Yeah, they got everything. They got everything here.
Yep. A lot of good stuff.
Now, is the Mutant Year Zero the Gen Lab Alpha Core rulebook also only in, or is that a totally different version?
Let me look. That is not available in the US or Canada, but it's in the EU.
Oh, okay.
It's a standalone expansion, apparently.
I see. All right. Yeah, they got a lot of it though, but unfortunately, Symbarum. Yeah, I got the PDFs now. Dragonbane.
Yeah.
All right. Expansions, Mutant Zone Wars.
Yeah, some of the Coriolis adventures are like $4 or like $8. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah, well, these ones are holy shit. So these ones here, the Coriolis Emissary Lost was 41 and now it's 8. Yeah.
Yep.
41 to 8. Yeah, that's incredible.
I have not played Coriolis, but I've heard it's fun.
Yeah, I just picked up Dropship. I just bought it.
Yeah, same. Well, I mean, I backed it and they handed me my copy, which was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got that. Because I played in it. It was a lot of fun. And I was like, you know what? I'll get it.
I think I might grab the Alien Evolved Edition starter set. Seems like that'd be a good afternoon with the boys.
That might be a good buy, yeah. Is that raspberry Kool-Aid? Are you kidding me? Oh, let me see what the proof is on this. It's not like rums are typically not like super high proof, but like it's probably 90 proof. It doesn't say. Rums, I think, are typically 90 proof.
Yeah.
Typically. It doesn't say. I guess they don't have to say. It is an import from, oh no. Well, is it Bermuda? Barbados. It's a Barbados rum. Got like a vanilla finish to it. Really good stuff. I'll love it. But anyway, let's see. I have a copy of Dropship. Yeah. I'm waiting for I got the soft cover because, as always, shelf space is a premium, and Jeff, I'll be looking to see. So I'll be bringing this, Jeff, next year. I'll bring a different bottle because I probably won't still have this by by
Hi,
next
Jeff.
June, but and we will certainly enjoy. Dr. Pepper as hard as I go. Well, that's pretty. That's pretty soft.
I am a whiskey enjoyer, so I enjoy whiskeys, and I like barrel-proof whiskeys, and they are delicious. So,
That whiskey was pretty good, actually. That what was it? The Horseman or whatever the hell was.
yeah. So Edgelord brought Blanton's to CNY to enjoy in the hallway, which is kind of hard to get. So that was cool of him,
Yeah.
and it was very tasty, and I enjoyed it. And Edgelord's a great dude.
Oh yes, he is. He's going to be in my campaign. He and his wife are going to be in my
Nice.
Greyhawk Castles and Crusades campaign.
Very cool.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And my other player, Lee, will be happy to have another woman in the group because she's been the sole woman in the group for almost 4.5, 5 years now. So I think she'll be happy not to be alone. Ethyl alcohol, mankind, willingly drinking poison. Oh, it's not poison.
I mean,
Soda is more poison than that, I think, right?
anything's poisonous in extreme quantities.
Of course.
Even water. You can kill yourself by drinking too much water.
Yeah, you ever see Cat Williams? And he said, take 13 aspirin, that'll be the last headache you ever had. It was like,
I used to watch so much Cat Williams. Your baby is supposed to like Skittles, you ignorant bitch. So good.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to jumping in, more so into Hyperborea and some more OSE. Still doing my dwarven campaign on Saturdays. We just picked it back up again.
Yeah.
This past weekend, we will probably not do it this weekend because of the holiday, and I think I have my wife's family over. Plus, we're leaving the next day for that's Sunday. Saturday is the 4th. No, we're not playing this the 4th of July. I used to be able to get away with it when we still had our dog, because the fireworks would send our dog crazy. And my wife would be like, "Oh, can you go watch the dog?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go watch the dog." And then go and put the dog next to me and be on the computer and chatting or doing whatever on the 4th of July. But no dog anymore, so I'll be stuck there next door. So anyway, I have religious reasons to abstain from alcohol. Hey, that's
You do you, boo boo. That's fine.
Yep.
I'm not hurting anybody.
That's fine.
I have religious reasons to abstain from hard work and exercise. It's not true. I just went to the gym this morning.
My younger daughter used to complain about school when she was much younger, and she used to hate gym. And she says they force us to play until we sweat. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the point of going to gym, right? Is to actually get that exercise. Oh, she hated it. She was like, no.
Yeah, I've actually been enjoying it. I've been getting back into lifting and everything, trying to, undergo Operation Don't Die. So, by being less of a fat ass. So, it works. It's working pretty well. Thank you, Zepbound.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you. Trying.
Yeah. It's
annoying.
What?
A lot of
going
work.
to the gym?
Well, yeah, it's kind of annoying. The gym's actually the one I go to is nice. It's personal trainers only. It's all old people. I'm the youngest person there by like 10 years. It's great. So there's no like 20-year-old morons trying to do TikTok bullshit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good because I don't have the patience for that crap. That would not go well.
Oh, Chris doesn't drink either. Well, you can certainly sit there and hang out with us as we're sitting around and just chatting too.
Yeah, we're saying
Not
that.
everybody in the hallway drank. So yeah, I know, Dan. I looked at that shirt. That's obviously not the women's small.
Which one?
Your
Mine?
shirt. He
Mine?
said, "Nice shirt, Dan." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Right after he bought that shirt, all that Jeff Selenian had left was women's small.
I got the last 3X. The very last one. It was the only shirt he had in gamer large. So so I grabbed it. But I actually did grab a couple for my wife, including the one that has like the Hyperborea and like the heavy metal logo.
right.
Because we watch a lot of, we used to go to a lot of heavy metal shows. So I was like, well, if I can ever get her to come to a con, this shirt with this logo right here will be a good billboard for the game, if you
Yeah.
will. So she rolled her eyes when I told her that, which is good because she didn't hit me.
Yeah, I know. I have to downsize all my shirts, which is a good thing, I guess. But
Yeah, I've been doing that too. I'm actually, honestly, at this point, I need to get into 2s instead of 3s. I need to get into gamer mediums, but
yeah,
I'm tired of buying clothes.
I'm getting down to 1X.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is an older shirt. It's like the necks, all the necks just started like, I'm like,
Yeah, once I get to 1X, I will consider myself victorious. 1X tall, that's the goal.
yeah.
Because I'm 6'2", my shoulders are pretty broad anyway. I'm never going to get into like a large or a medium. I'd hulk out of it. It'd look like someone shoved 10 pounds of pudding in a 5-pound bag.
As long as people can keep it down, I don't mind people drinking. Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm sure.
Yes, I did, Panglosius.
Let's see. Did you guys back the new old? Yes. I mean, I did just for that book. I didn't get the new core books yet. I gotta wait on that.
I've got the oblation slab of the hepatomancer. Nice. I wanted that one, but they were out of gamer large, unfortunately. Also, generally, my rule is if it's not in a tall size, I don't get it. But it's Hyperborea, so I make an exception. And they're actually decently long, which is good. I don't have the gamer underbelly popping out. There's a lot of that at GaryCon. Oh boy.
Yeah, I got rid of some of my older shirts too.
Yeah.
Like I had one for Kobold Con. I don't even know if they still do that convention anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but that was the first convention I did, and that was like 2018, I guess. That was that was around 2018 that they did that one, and I was like, okay. So that was my first virtual con, and I was like, okay, but I got rid of that. I was hoping that Roger would be able to have done all of the shirts in, the 5 colors of the Beckme, but I don't think that the colors match, that well. So, and I don't know if I'm going to get 5 CM Lycon shirts. So I'll probably skip unless the next one is like really awesome looking. I'll probably end up getting all 5 because I'm like that. But we'll see. Hey, Jacato, if you want to jump in, you're welcome to jump in anytime. I will. Oh, that's going to be the wrong link. Let me pull up the invite link. Yeah, because I'm going to have to leave in about half an hour anyway, because we are heading off to a wholesaler.
Oh, nice.
Pick up some stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just hanging out while I get some work done.
Yeah.
Saw you guys online, and it's better than working in silence. So.
Yeah. I've got an old 10Con 2 shirt from 1996. I wish I had my old Iron Maiden shirts back from when I was in middle school and high school and everything, but all of that's gone.
I had some old Metallica shirts that I basically wore until they turned into vapor, and I opened up the window one day and they floated out to go to metal t-shirt heaven.
Yeah. The only, well, the one shirt that I had that my wife got rid of without letting me know, like she didn't even realize what it was my platoon shirt from basic training. I was like, do you I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Obviously, got to go back to basic and get a new one.
Yeah, I was like, only 54 people have this in the entire world, and you threw it out. I was like, it would have been 60, but 6 people didn't make it.
Yeah.
Didn't make it through. The other thing that she did when we first got married was when we moved was she broke the axe head off of my Conan from, and I was like,
and you kept her after that?
yeah, it was close. It was close, but yes, I did.
A man of great patience.
Yeah, that was one thing I've always had was a great deal of patience. But yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one too. I was like, but where is the axe head? I was like, so I don't know. It was. I just put it in a box. I didn't think, oh my God, whatever. Where's my shirt? Oh, I thought that was garbage.
So I'm looking at the Hyperborean shirts on the site just for funsies.
Uh-huh.
The Night Gaunt Queen Raglan, like the baseball jersey type shirt.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 men's extra small left if there's any manlets in the audience.
There's extra small.
Yeah, and 3 men's small. Like now, if I ever one day own a TTRPG company, I'm going to only order tall sizes of any merch I ever do. And I'm going to start at XL and go up.
Yeah, all gone now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the other thing. We were only given one. I was like,
only one t-shirt.
Only given one. I should have found a way to get more of those things. I still have my few BDUs. Oh, I still have my BDUs. I have them and I still have my duffel bag from back then too, down in the basement with my dress greens shirt, which has probably got mouse droppings all over the fuck because it's been in the basement for 25 years.
Gross.
Yes, she is definitely a keeper. The fact that she keeps me is saying a lot.
Yeah, I have a wonderful lady. I definitely outkicked my coverage.
Yeah, the fact that she lets me do this without any real issues is a lot. But she is not a gamer at all.
Yeah, mine's not either.
And she lets me know it. She always ages me by 10 years too. When I can't believe you're 70 years old playing games. It's like,
mine, my beloved regularly makes fun of me a lot, especially when there's other people around. Okay.
I got an OSC shirt at my size, but it's a hair too small. Gonna donate it for a raffle.
The OSC shirts run super small. The ones on Exalted Funeral.
Oh, really?
They run super small, like a size or 2 small, at least one. So if you ever get an OSC shirt from Exalted, go up one size.
Possibly I might start doing that. You know what? I might start getting the shirts. Like I have a Shadow Dark shirt, but that's the only one that I have. I ended up getting rid of my AD&D first edition shirt because I think it was I think it just kind of fell apart. And I had another one, a Beck Me shirt that kind of was just bad print. It was horrible. But anyway, I'm going to get game shirts, like game systems that I'm running, and wear those instead. You know, instead of getting always like convention shirts and such, except for CNY. You know, I'll keep on getting those, but the rest, I think I'm just going to get gaming shirts now. Yeah, so you pegged it about the OSC. You're saying, no, I'm 60, but she ages me to 70. All right. Well, actually, I'm 59 to be more precise, but yeah,
I'm 41.
It ages me. When I'm 60, she'll probably start saying I'm 75 when I'm playing.
Our dear friend Jeff is 63, so you got him beat.
Jeff is 63? Oh, he doesn't look it. No,
Jeff,
he does. He's not 63.
He's 53. But I know he's in the audience. So
no, I'm not 70. I am 59. He's 55, I think he said, or 54.
I think he's 53. 53
or 53?
Something like that. I don't know.
So he's the...
Hey, Jeff, you weren't here when I showed it off, but I upgraded my Hyperborea hat.
Nice.
With a bunch of buttons I got on eBay for $3 each. And my wife called me... a
nerd?
We'll say highly regarded, but the G wasn't a G. But I'm excited. I'm going on vacation tomorrow.
You're going on vacation?
Yep. We have some friends that have a condo down near Lake in the Ozarks. So we're going to go hang out there for the 4th of July and grill and eat and read and relax.
You said eat and breed?
Eat and read.
No, read.
I might try to do some reading while I'm down there if we can find a quiet
spot. Hell of a vacation. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go eat and breed. See, that's my 59-year-old hearing. I'm sorry.
No, but now I'm going to tell my wife that I'm going down there to breed her a bit.
That sounds like a good vacation, man. Eating and breeding.
Yep, I agree.
You can see her and tell her I concur with that assessment. Nah. So, let's see. What was I going to look up? So the Hyperborea shirts. I don't think I've ever looked at the OSC shirts.
They're all on Exalted Funeral. There's actually some pretty cool ones, but I've got one. I bought one on a whim to check it out, but they're not tall, so I have to like tuck in my shirt and wear some suspenders or some damn thing. So it'll be long enough. It's really kind of frustrating.
Yeah, let me take a look. Merch. Oh, my computer's slow. I don't need to redeem a 10% discount. I just want to look at the shirts. Oh, they have Dolman Wood. Oh, I've seen these. I've seen these already.
Yeah, they got some Dolman Wood ones. They've got all sorts of goodies.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of these.
I'm about to give Jeff Talanian more of my money.
Yeah, I like some of these. Like the Heroic Battle t-shirt looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking shirt.
Yeah, some of them are definitely pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Are they the like the plastic, or are they actual print?
I think they're actually silk screened.
They're silk screened, yeah.
I think so. I know the Hyperborea ones are, which is nice. That's why I like them.
They're silk screened also.
Yeah, like the Shoggoth one is.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like those a little bit better.
They last longer.
Yeah.
And I'm like lazy about laundry. I'm not going to sit there and like, oh, I got to turn it inside out so my shirt lasts longer.
Yeah, I don't do that with those. The only ones that fell apart on me was the D&D Beck Me, cover, the basic cover one.
The ones you can get from Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah,
got a few of those. They're only good for like 10 washes or so. They're not great.
yeah. They're not great. They're cheap though, but
They
they're
are
not
they are
great.
cheap. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
disposable
like
clothing.
$15.
Right. It's like I'll wear it for a couple streams. It's cool, but
Dolmenwood is I don't have it, although I just got it on PDF with that Humble Bundle, but I haven't even started looking at it yet. And it's I mean, it's a setting I've done really, really well from what I understand. Like it's it's an incredible piece of layout and accessories and everything that come in that box set. But again, it's a setting. I'm more concerned about, give me a really good game system and I'll put it into a setting. Just like what I'm doing with Hyperborea. I'm not running Hyperborea, at least right now, in the Hyperborean setting. I'm running it in Robert E. Howard's, Conan setting.
right.
I played Hard Rock at Universal. Silk screen or bust, yeah. Cotton only too. Yeah, I think the other shirts, like there was the blend shirts that CNY put out that you can get more different colors though.
Yeah, those are
With
nice.
the blend ones, and those are nice. Those are nice and light too.
Yeah, I like lighter, thinner
Yeah,
shirts,
you get to breathe.
especially cotton. Cotton, I don't like big, thick, heavy cotton shirts. And just sweat
Yeah, I
your ass
know.
off in one day.
My fat ass can't take that.
Same.
Although in CNY it's so damn cold that it should. Next year, that's the other thing. Next year, I'm glad I listened to my wife about bringing at least one pair of sweatpants with me.
Yeah. Stephen Kennedy gets some ASH dice. That's exactly what I have in my cart.
Yeah, those they're like those crystal blue ones, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah, the set of 9 die.
Jeff mentioned that when they run out, they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's going to do different dice for the Chromarium Kickstarter. So
Yeah, I'm not much of a dice goblin anyway, so
I'm very slightly when they're cool, and those are cool. The problem is I couldn't use them on my stream because they've got red numbers, and I use red as my chroma key on my dice tray because the dice tray I use to do the on-screen dice test. So a little $6 job I got off Amazon, but they do look cool.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, that seems like a lot of effort, Chris.
Yeah. Well, it's not for you; it's for your wife to do. So
right, but she will extract the value of that effort out of me somehow.
I did the laundry once when we first got married.
Yeah.
Just once. As soon as clothes started coming out the wrong colors because I mixed them wrong.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on her. She was like, "Wait, you used to do your own laundry when you were in the military. So why did you fuck this up?" And I was like, "In the military, everything was green and brown." I was like, there's nothing to mix there. There was nothing white, nothing, green and brown.
Do you play CNC at all, Rich, anymore or no?
Yeah, that's my campaign. Is basically it's Greyhawk, but it's the core is CNC. Yes.
Okay. I'm now maintaining the CNC Foundry stuff.
I don't understand.
I'm maintaining the CNC system for Foundry virtual tabletop. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I love that system. I just wish that, their Reforged was formatted a little bit differently, especially for Monsters and Treasures.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll never let that go. And I told Chuck too.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not letting that go, Chuck. That was just a bad decision not to have the table of contents with the listing of monsters. It's like, how do I use this thing? I can't load the dishwasher. Oh, I can load the dishwasher. That's my jam. It's like cold water works for all inloads. Yeah. You're getting a lot of clothes washing advice here from.
I guess it's just the afternoon chat is mundane nonsense because everybody's avoiding work.
See, that's that's the way my streams go. My streams are very freaking random, and I love it. We just talk about whatever. But at least I'm, I forget what the hell we going to. Well, yeah, we're going to the wholesaler because we have, the 4th of July coming up, and we still have to buy some stuff for that. My wife bought a one of those bins that you put on your porch. Those
Mhm.
plastic bin things. So it's like a 80-gallon bin, and FedEx delivered it, and they said, "Oh, your package has arrived." And we're like, "There's no package here," And we're looking, and it says, "Oh, it was signed by such and such." I forget what the name was. We're looking. They delivered it all the way in like Houston, Texas. We were like, "All right, how do you claim that it arrived and everything? How did you get New York and Texas totally mixed?" But I guess it is. We're talking swag protection tips. Yes. Listen, I go to so many conventions. It's easy to replace shirts or whatever anyway. And a lot of these people go to the same conventions too, which,
That's
is
true.
a lot of fun. So I'm sure, pretty sure Jeff Talanian is going to be at ShireCon, and
I believe so, yes.
yeah, maybe he'll have some of his merch there. Hopefully he gets a new supply.
I imagine he likely will.
Yeah.
So I know he did mention that he's looking to do a reprint on some of the adventure modules that are out of stock, because there's like 5 or 6 on the website that you can't get anymore, including my beloved Zambala.
Yeah.
Module.
Now that came in spiral bound, or you?
No. I have the regular one. I also printed one to spiral bind, because when I run modules, I like highlight the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it to my.
And what do you do that through, Lulu?
This one I just did locally.
Oh.
So I have a printer. I have a buddy that has a spiral binder, so I just printed it. And he's got a color printer, so he printed the cover for me. But
cool.
I printed all the black and white pages just on my laser.
Yeah, I want to look to see if it's at all possible to do that kind of thing and make a player's handout for Hyperborea. Just like what I handed out at the table, but just have them as a bind, like those spiral binds, and just make 6 of them up and just hand them out. And they might only be like, what was that, all combined, like maybe 30 pages?
Not even.
Well, if you're doing all the classes.
Oh yeah, if you did all the classes, yeah.
Yeah, if you do all the classes and then you do some
classes, equipment, stat generation.
Yeah.
That'd be the main one.
Yeah. And then
it gets big if you want to try to do the spells, but like at that point, just bring the actual.
No, I just did the spell list. You remember what I did at the
Oh yeah, you had the spell list, like character classes.
Yeah, just do the spell list, and then you just describe to me what the spell does, and as long as it's reasonable, I don't need anybody looking into a rule book to see, oh, how many feet does this go? How many? What? I just
Yeah,
want
when
to
you're
play
playing
that.
mostly theater of the mind anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I'm
yeah,
not counting
it's
squares in my head, guys.
yeah. I was like, no. I remember I didn't bring the core rule books, and I wasn't going to
Yeah,
flick through on the on the iPad to look that stuff up. And I think that I will adopt that. I'll take the criticism for not bogging down and looking through books to see what the actual spells do. I was like, no, you describe to me what the spell. So if it says, fireball, describe to me what fireball does.
right.
You know, tell me how much damage you think it does. If you say anything ridiculous, I think I even used that example at the table. I was like, don't tell me that your fireball does, 20d6 damage, when you're sixth level. No, it's like, but you tell me it's going to do 66, fine. That's totally reasonable. You tell me that your magic missile is going to do, a D4 plus 2, whether it's, precise or not. I'm fine. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that worked fine. So
At 20, yeah, at $20 a pop, just give them a 2-week player's handbook. Yeah, but I don't want them flipping through pages. That's the whole thing. At a convention, you don't want them flipping through pages. Then you open the door for rules lawyers.
yeah, well, also spiral binding is really fast,
Yeah.
and it takes up less space on the table because you can fold it over onto itself.
It's just cool stuff. I really, when I got the spiral binders from doing the Shadow Dark tournament play, and all those spiral binders is what Arcane Library donated to the convention for doing that. And every single player and every single GM walked away with the full rules book plus a condensed player's book in spiral binding. I was like, you should be selling these things too on your website. I think every publisher should be coming out with a truncated version of their game, all right, and spiral binding it and selling it. Yeah, and okay, all right.
Oh, well, I'll entertain you, chat. Hey. So, no show back. I don't generate an entire map grid in my mind and run combat with an alphanumeric grid, although that would be kind of funny. And yes, Stephen, the 1E Hyperborea books are spiral bound. They came in a box set. I have that box set. The box set has a nice looking lady on it. Rich talking to his wife, can't unmute to be like, Dan, what the hell you doing on my stream? I know, Stan. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah.
Daddy's back. We
So-
got to behave.
Yeah, no, I don't have to go with her now. She's going with her sister.
Nice.
So,
Off the hook.
yeah. No, I was actually looking forward to go. But I go there and I start walking around and I'm like, oh, let's get this or that or whatever. So I asked for some walnuts and dark chocolate because that's good for you too.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a decent, I guess it's decent coil spiral binder on Amazon for like 130-ish bucks. Just make sure you get an electric one so you don't have to spin the thing through yourself. That being said, I've really never heard of any of those brands. Not that I'm a binding machine connoisseur, but like everything on Amazon now, it's all made of Chinesium. So
yeah.
good luck.
You just don't want. Well, it's probably better quality than like buying it on Temu or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure it probably is,
Yeah.
but because at least when they send stuff to Amazon, they have to make sure that it survives the shipping process.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So, and there she goes. So let's see. Looking at a coil spiral binder on Amazon. The other thing I've always been thinking about is, and I probably don't have the the capacity, the mental capacity to start delving into it is like a 3D printer. But
Yeah.
I mean, what am I doing with it?
I have successfully avoided the 3D printing rabbit hole
Yeah.
because I know myself, and I know that if I go down that rabbit hole, I will go down that rabbit hole hard,
Yeah.
and that's not a cheap rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah. That I just don't have. I mean, I pretty much stopped at the Reaper introduction to painting. Painting the thing. It's still sitting there in my thing there. The paint is probably dry because I haven't touched it like over a year. But yeah, I don't need any other additional layers of this hobby for me to delve into. Um, but doing the spiral binding, I don't know if I would. But you need a certain kind of like, does the spiral binding thing give you like the type of hole punch that it needs to do
It
that?
it does,
Or it
yeah.
does?
It's got a lever that you put the papers in. Some of them do 20 pages at a time. Some of them do like 40 or more. You just put the paper in, you pull down the lever, it punches it all, and you can actually on a lot of them you can set how deep you want the holes to be. So if you want them a bit deeper, so they're a bit stronger, you can. And then you start the coil on like the first two or three, and then you'll like there's this rolling wheel at the top. You just kind of set it in, and it just zips it right through. And then they give you a little crimping tool to crimp the end of it so it doesn't back itself out. It's super fast.
Really?
And they're cheap as hell. Once you have the actual machine, the actual wire coils are super cheap, and you can get them in different sizes too. So you can
Oh
like
my
you can
God.
spiral bind up to like 400 pages. Like if you go look at Lulu, they'll let you spiral bind paperback up to 440 pages.
Let's see.
So I think they're called coil bind machines, technically.
Well, I just put in spiral binding machine,
Yeah, they pop right up.
and well, some are like $38. I was like,
Well,
but
some of them are for the plastic shitty comb binders. You don't want that. You want like an actual proper coil binder.
yeah, yeah. And then they have the Bind Tech 100 pack is $19.
Nice.
Yeah, but let's see. So the comb binding machine, you said those suck, right?
Those suck. Yeah.
All right. So spiral binding machine, yeah, they got one here with 40 electric coil inserter for 169.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not terrible. But again, that's if I were to do that, because I don't know how much those books would cost me if I was having them done. But if they're going to cost me $10 a piece, and I'm making 6 or 12 or whatever, that's $120 right there anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like one of those things. Like, if you're gonna do it through like doing it through Office Depot, and that is like insane. Like they wanted to charge me $70 to print this thing, and
Really, yeah,
coil
that's what I'm
bind it.
saying. Is like to go on
Yeah.
a thing, they're going to charge you quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
But if you do a handful of them, it'll pay for itself.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you did that for every game system you're running at a con, and just to give those handouts and everything like that, yeah, that's it will pay for itself. That's an interesting thing. I'll ask for that for Christmas.
There you go.
My wife will probably say no. I'll end up buying it myself. I always buy myself at least one Christmas present a year anyway. All right. So let's see. So we talked about Hyperborea, and yeah, I'm definitely looking to put together. I got to see what my schedule is going to look like. I've already changed my work schedule around, so I'm going to be free on Tuesdays, which is my gaming night.
Cool.
So I'm like, all right, I never have to work on a Tuesday again.
Sweet.
I'm looking to work because I only work 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to expand my hours on at least a second day. So I get 2 days at 5 hours and 1 day at 3. And that way I can, boost myself up to 13 hours a week. And I'm thinking in order to do that, I definitely have to do one of my 5 hour days on Monday. But then the other one might have to be on Friday. But once in a while, I'll just take a day off if I need to. If I'm going to a convention,
Yeah. Why
I'll
not?
take that Friday off and shift those appointments over to a different day. And so I still get them. Or at least I just do 3 hours instead of 5 on that makeup day. But overall, I think my schedule will be opened up where I have 2 days a week that I'm not working. And that'll be
Cool.
good. And then all I have to do is find people that are willing to play in the daytime. Yeah. When my wife is at work, at her school, and I'm sitting home on that Tuesday or Thursday or whatever my days are going to be that I'm off, I'd love to get an Eastern time morning game session going, like 9 to 12 or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I've tried it. I've tried a few game systems doing that. And, I'm only ever looking for like 1 or 2 players for those things anyway, because I think a lot of game systems work well with just 1 player. And then you can just gear it towards them as well. And you just give them henchmen, bring a couple henchmen with you. You'll be fine.
Or don't.
Don't.
And risk death.
And risk death. Yeah. Or certainly risk their death. It's always a lot of fun anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Plastic clamp. So anyhow, gotta go. Well, you take care, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
And good luck with your Kickstarter and everything. Good luck with your con. Hopefully you hit the target. You have quite a long ways to go. So everybody, head on over to Chris's thing. I'm going to put the link in there. Let me get the Kickstarter link real fast here. And I will continue to promote it. DarkCon. And here we go. So this is for Chris's convention, DarkCon. So it is focused on, obviously, Dark Sun. But you will also find Shadow Sun there, which is Chubby Funster's take on Shadow Dark and Dark Sun all combined up. Just like he did with Shadow Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like a mini campaign with Shadow Rim, and that was really good. That was really, it was an interesting way that he presented Shadow Rim in tabletop role-playing terms, and it worked really well. I know that there's an actual Elder Scrolls unofficial RPG out there.
Yeah.
But I liked it on the Shadow Dark chassis. It worked well. And then what else? What else do you have going on? So you're running your Hyperborea game, right?
Yeah, I'm running my Hyperborea game. I'm running I have a Tuesday night game with my buddies that got canceled tonight because my sister decided that today was going to be the day that my nephew was going to show up. So but I run Hyperborea on Mondays. I run a weird hodgepodge OSR-ified Tales of the Valiant game on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I'm running Rats in the Walls on Tenkars Discord. On Thursdays, I do nothing. On Friday, I just kind of hang out and streams with you guys, and then I have Bill Sylvie's game when I don't have other stuff going on. But
Cool.
it's Friday in the summer, so I usually do.
Mhm.
And then Saturday I have Chubby Funster's OSE game for Gods of the Forbidden North. And then Sunday I hang out with Jeff on his stream.
Cool. How did my Stone Wardens campaign go? It went well. So we met for the first time in a couple of weeks because I had conventions back-to-back Saturdays, and it went really well. So they ended up using quite a bit of ingenuity. They had to take care of some goblins and hobgoblin leader, and then they kept the hobgoblin as a prisoner to gain some information from him, because they were trying to track down what was the cause of these dwarven miners getting all chewed up and spit out into a mining cart that ended up rolling back into town with nothing but carnage. And then they ultimately ended up having to fight as first level characters, and they ended up fighting a gibbering mouther. That was the thing that had come up from the depths, and so now they're looking at they lured it across a temporary bridge that they created, and then set it like a trap so that as soon as it came over, they pulled the chains from it and it dropped it into this lava pool, and did something like 10d6 damage to it, killed it. And they're like, all right, now we're going to cross over. And now they're looking down into this hole and deciding, that's their next step, is to either go down that hole or plug the hole up. I'm hoping they decide to go down the hole, tip them up a little bit. Be much more interesting if you go down the hole. But we'll see. Eventually, I think the grimoire will come into play at that point. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I still have room in that game, so if anybody is free at 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Saturday night, and you're looking to play like at least once every 2 weeks, we tend to do it at least every 2 weeks. Sometimes we do a little bit more, and we play every week, but we usually take at least one Saturday off a month. And yeah, you're welcome to join. Stephen, you're welcome to come. See you all later. Yes, you have a good one. Chris, take it easy. All right. So take me back to Athos. So anyway, yeah, so that campaign's picked back up again. I'm shutting down my Thursday night Deadlands. I only get like 1, 2, 3, sometimes 3 players showing up for that, and Thursday night is freaking taboo. I just don't have any luck with the Thursday night games.
I think a lot of people have standing games on Thursdays, because I've seen that too. Got to activate slouch mode on my camera. There we go. I don't have to sit up straight anymore.
I mean, like that's their go-to day.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Really?
that play. Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my go-to day is Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee, a majority of my players, and I have a lot of players, majority of my players will always be there every Tuesday night. But it's the Thursday night just never kept it together. Athos is a dark world. Yeah, I have no history with Dark Sun.
I have a ton of history with Dark Sun.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Dark Sun.
Yeah, that wasn't my time frame. In the early 90s, I was strictly just military, and that's all I was focused on.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we played D&D in the military. I was like, not where I was at, not in my experience, and it just wasn't there, unfortunately, I guess, but it just wasn't there. But I was in the military with it. I mean, everybody in civilian life They were all cops,
Oh,
you know,
really?
that I was with, and none of them were, you know, playing D&D. Basically, it was like, so yeah, Dark Sun, and I would have not been into AD&D Second Edition, you know, when it first came out, you know, in 87, right, was when they started releasing stuff, or maybe 86, 87.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have been buying all those books and everything like that. It took me the first 10 years to buy some of my own copies of the stuff. You know, I was not a well-to-do kid. And, you know, back when I first started working, I was like, what was I making? Like $35 a week when I was
Yeah.
still in school, you know. I was like, it was like 3.25 an hour, and you could only work like 10 hours a week when you were in school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't buying all of those splat books and everything like that.
Yeah, it's basically what I spent my lawnmower money on. Cut some lawns, buy AD&D books, cut some lawns, buy magic cards, rinse, wash, repeat. Never really got huge into comics as a kid.
Mm.
I had a decent number of Punisher comics though, because Punisher was cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I had a lot of comics and everything. I mean, I have all of the Conan comics, the first Marvel series, so
oh yeah.
1970 through. I have all of those. I have many. I don't have all of the Savage Swords, but I have a lot of them. I have the original Savage Tales. I have all of
Nice.
those. I have
Yeah,
Punisher when that first came out.
my wife just got me these for Father's Day, and I saw
Yeah,
how much they were and kind of freaked out because they're
yeah.
like $130 each or some shit, like 100 on Amazon, but they're not cheap. So
No,
that'll be an easy like birthday and Christmas and Father's Day
right.
train for her for like the next 4 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I have the Wandering Star, the Conan. I mean, the Robert E. Howard Wandering Star books for Conan, the three volumes, and I got those for a steal at $200 a book.
nice.
So I spent that $600, and my wife didn't even book. She was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." I was
Sweet.
like, "Really?" I was like, "Holy shit!" I says, "I'm glad I didn't pay the 1,200 that they usually were at."
Yeah, did I tell you I recorded my first video?
Oh, did you?
I did. I did.
Oh, I'll have to go and check it out.
It's not out just yet. Tenkar told me that when you make a new video, if you keep it unlisted for a day or two, so YouTube can do all its like indexing and algorithm crap and closed captioning, that it does better. So,
Really?
mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. Or I did recently because Eric told me, but I didn't know prior to like last week. So,
Oh, and I've only been doing this for 10 years, and I don't
yeah,
know.
well,
This is year 10.
learn
Oh, I
something
didn't know
new
that.
every day.
So you leave it private for.
I'll leave it unlisted because when it's
Oh,
unlisted, it'll still get scanned and indexed, and then it'll like generate, it'll generate like closed captions and all that kind of stuff. And then once you list it, you can do like a premiere or whatever. Jeff was telling me about this, where it'll like kind of push it out to your subscribers, and then they can chat about it during the premiere, and you can watch it with them. And like I can be in there and be like, "Yeah, I'm an idiot," but like since I have
I would just live stream
100
that.
subs,
You know what? It's like
but
Shadow and Sun does premieres, but it's like I want to just watch this when it's just let it go live, and then
yeah,
I
I mean you could just like
watch
go
it.
live too. But like
Yeah.
I think like pre-recorded videos hit the algorithm differently than live streams. Live streams don't really tickle the algorithm that much.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh yeah. See, I didn't know that.
I've been reading on my rise to YouTube dominance, so that way when one day I can become the lord and master of YouTube and quit my job and make millions like PewDiePie or
Yeah. Who's
or
gone?
Mr. Beast.
Who's gone? Right.
I don't know. That's how little I watch YouTube and pay
Oh yeah.
attention
No,
to YouTube.
PewDiePie has
Mr. Beast.
he's been gone for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Um,
See,
yeah, he was making something like 15 million a year.
If I made 15 million a year on YouTube, I would work for 1 year, put it in an S&P 500 index fund, and just live off the interest and laugh.
Yeah.
But I've been
Yeah.
told I'm a boomer investor, so
Yeah. It gives them advanced notification. Okay.
yeah.
See, I didn't know that at all.
I mean,
So,
I don't. I'm not like doing this.
see,
I just
the
like,
one thing I learned to do is like when I do these kind of live streams and everything, I don't monetize it until afterwards
yeah,
because people don't like to watch a live stream and get interrupted watching a live stream when we're just here chatting.
right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. That's one thing I picked up on. And then
I mean, I don't think I'll ever get monetized anyway, so I don't care.
you'd be surprised. Sometimes channels explode.
Oh, if mine explodes, people will find out that I'm kind of an asshole.
That doesn't stop some channels from exploding. Trust me, it's like sometimes that's a sell.
What is Double D up to? I'm kidding. Love you, Scott. You're a good dude.
Yeah, sometimes those, yeah. Are you kidding me? I think assholes they have good followings. I mean, look at some of those other ones that are. Who's that guy that wears the corn cob costume?
Jeff, I think they rebranded it from YouTube Red to YouTube Premium because people pointed out that YouTube Red translated to RedTube, which is a very different site. I mean, technologically it's similar, but the content is
you have to
vastly different.
Oh, that's with YouTube Premium?
Yeah, that's why it used to be called YouTube Red. They changed it.
No,
to
no,
YouTube
I'm saying
Premium.
Premium is the way that you can do that.
Premium is no ads.
Oh, it's no ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I don't care about other people's ads.
See, I think what YouTube should do is if you're a member to a channel, you should not get any ads at all, like individually.
Oh, a member.
No matter how many they run. Because Twitch does that. If you're like a member or a subscriber or like a paid sub or whatever the hell they call it on Twitch, then you don't get ads on those streams. But like on YouTube, like I'm a member of like a bunch of channels, like 4 or 5 or so. But it'd be nice if being a member just precluded ads. I mean, full disclosure, I am a heavy ad block user because ads are bad and ads are an infection vector into your computer for malware. So like I will never ever compromise on that, and I would never begrudge someone for using an ad blocker, but it would be like I will happily pay people a couple bucks a month that I like, that I enjoy what they do, to support them and not get ads. And
like I said, I've had some people say, oh, listen, I like your live streams, but and I was all right, I'll turn it off until it becomes a video. I still don't know why a live stream like this live stream will not become a video until sometime tomorrow afternoon. I don't know why the processing takes them so long.
Part of the reason is because live streams are generally longer anyway, so they take longer to process. But I imagine they're probably lower in the queue than actually uploaded content.
Yeah. YouTube Premium also unlocks music app and pay music licensing fees, so they're not looking to add value like Twitch does. The split. All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, cool.
Never really saw a point of YouTube Music either when Spotify exists. There's more stuff on it, but that's me.
Yeah. Plus, like I said in the live stream yesterday, it was like I can't show your Kickstarter video because as soon as there's music, somebody's going to copyright, claim it. Not strike it, but claim it. And it's like, even if they have nothing to do with it, they're going to copyright claim it.
People are dicks.
And it's like, I tried doing a review of the first D&D movie. Yeah. And throughout most of the movie, it was fine, like showing like little clips here and there, and I'm doing all my commentary and everything throughout it. And then there was that one scene where they were, no, it wasn't a scene. It was like when they were talking about the movie. All right, and they had some background music behind them, and it was only a portion of it that was like 10 seconds long. It was when Ryan Dancy was talking about, I think, the OGL at the time. And then that's where the copyright claim came, was that slight background music and the thing. And I was like, screw it. I just took the whole thing down. I was like, all right, I don't need to promote your movie and your commentary on it and then I have to split the entire time's worth of. So I was like, nah, I just took it down. But yeah, I don't like when I had Agile Monk on and tried to show their Kickstarter. I just ended up turning it, and they bought them. They're like, no, we own this music, and we're promoting our own thing, and I still got the copyright claim.
Yep, which is insane.
Yeah, because it's not even them that's claiming it.
Right. Yeah, because someone else will take that song, upload it, pretend to own it, and then strike channels and try to get like ad revenue because seized and sent over to them and all that shit. That's why there's so many copyright trolls, because the Digital Millennium Copyright Act was a mistake, and YouTube's implementation of it is hands off and lazy.
Yeah.
And very, very abusable. So
yeah, I know somebody was telling me, I forget who it was saying it, they were like, they got the same claim for music and there was no music in it. And when they put it to YouTube, YouTube still upheld the claim. And they were like, they claimed music that it doesn't exist in this video at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because a person didn't actually look into it. It was the algorithm or whatever, a bot.
Right.
AI still detected music somehow.
Yep. I know, like, there's royalty-free music you can use that's like, Creative Commons licensed and everything, and that's safe. It's there's a lot of channels that use like the same kind of like 10 or so songs, which is really funny.
Right. But my channel doesn't need music.
Yeah, mine either.
I did that little AI thing that I do on the beginning of my usual live streams and everything like that.
Yeah.
But again, that's an AI music thing that I don't even let run for more than 30 seconds now.
So, but yeah, like my video doesn't have any music on it because it's just me and a dude talking. So
yeah,
but
I use music for a specific creator.
Yeah, and you credit him, and I'm assuming you have the license. But if someone ever finds that song and decides to upload a copy of it to YouTube and claim that they made it, they can strike every Bad News Bards video.
Yeah, it's like it just doesn't make sense to because they have not fixed the system of people erroneously claiming videos that have nothing to do with them.
Oh, it's not even erroneous. They're doing it on purpose. It's maliciously claiming.
Yeah.
Bastards. Should kick their asses.
I'm opening up my bottle.
Oh, of rum? Good for you.
Yeah. Let's see. It's been a long time since I've had this too.
Pop.
Pop.
Nice.
With a real cork. No caps here.
Sweet.
Oh, that smells good. Oh, I just turned my camera off.
Oh, goodbye, Rich. Now you guys just get me again.
It's like,
hey, Panglosius.
The camera is I have the camera going into a USB like connector, so it's not plugged directly into the computer. So as soon as I shake that thing a little bit, it it glitches. So cheers, everyone.
I have coffee. It's cold.
Oh, that is good. That's been a while.
You're supposed to watch your blood sugar.
No, I'm down to my A1C was 5.
Oh, is that good? I don't have diabetes.
My
so-
doctor said anything lower than that, you might become hypoglycemic. It was like, so we literally walked right from that to the liquor store next door, and I walked out with this bottle of rum. Yep, bottoms up. Yeah, this is definitely, they don't put the proof on it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't have to in the States, but I guess because it's foreign, although it's imported in Illinois, but I don't see, it's definitely 90 though. I would assume it's 90. There's one way to find out. What proof is Oh, it's 70 proof. Well, yeah, like I said, it's so 70 proof. Yeah,
That's
it's
not bad.
pretty light proof. Hey, Ultra, how's it going, man?
Ultra's
Haven't
there.
seen you in a while, Hunter.
Hunter. I know that guy. Hey, Hunter. Got a box for you with some stuff in it.
I hate that shit. That's good. That's. By the way, that's the only way I drink rum too. I just sipping it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what I
mix.
do with whiskey. No, I don't mix it at all. Like sometimes when
Well,
I'm feeling
sometimes, yeah,
fancy-
I will have
I'll
a
have a
ginger
Manhattan.
ale and ginger ale like Captain Morgan's.
Okay.
Never Coke. Coke is too strong and you lose all the flavor of the rum. Ginger ale, it's a good mix with it. So let's see. So Steven, Ultra. I'm just heading home from work. Yeah, I just started my summer vacation, although I am working 3 weeks during the summertime. So I'm working the week of the 13th, the week of the 20th, and then not again if my operation goes well. Then it'll be the August 31st, and then I'm back to work in first week of September, right after Labor Day.
Yeah.
So I was looking to see. I was hoping James would pop on. DM James.
Yeah. He might be on his Discord, like playing with himself. That was inappropriate. James, what are you doing?
Well, it depends on which James we're talking about too.
No, I'm talking about Gramps.
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 Oh yeah. Though there's another DM James.
Oh, I was talking about Gramps.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the other.
You mean
DM
there's more than
James
one guy
is-
named James? Jeez. Rude.
Yes. Yeah. It's
How
a
dare.
fairly uncommon name, so it's shocking that others would have the same name. Let me see.
Ugh.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't see that he's running. Oh, what did Professor Dungeon Master have to say about Ravenloft? He said the new one is what? It's kind of lame, weak, not dangerous enough, I believe.
Oh,
I didn't
Grandpa's in
watch it
chat.
yet.
Hi, Gramps. Grandpa James is in chat.
Oh, is he?
James.
Hey,
Panglosius actually said something interesting. Is an NPC character inspired by Panglosian beliefs? Do you guys have a method to name your NPCs? I do. How autistic do you want me to get? So in my homebrew world, when I have like a region or a kingdom or like a custom race or something, I like pick a defining characteristic about that. Like call it fire. Maybe like they worship the fire god or something. I don't know. I will take that word and I will stick it into Google Translate and I will scroll through all the languages until I find a cool word and I'll call it that or some variation of that. And then whatever language that was, I basically tag that region or that race with that language. So whenever I make a new NPC or town or something in that region, like if like I have an NPC that's like a hunter and it was like the area was like Norwegian or whatever, then I type that in, it comes out to be some variation of like Jaeger or Yager or something. So then that NPC would become that. But yeah, that's what I do. So there's some sort of internal theming and consistency because I suck at naming things myself just coming out of my head. So I need help. Also, if you want to get really special, get this book.
Yep. I have that on PDF.
This book is amazing. It takes like all these like real world places and name components. So I just like flopped it open and I'm on Italican. So it's got like D100 tables for all this stuff for like feminine names and male names and place names. It's Namacon's amazing. Matt Finch is a legend. But like this coupled with the translate method. So if you have an NPC that's for instance, in the Axe game that I'm in on Sundays that Tor is running, I named my character like the Romanesque, like the Latin version of like essentially secret trader or some damn thing. So because it sounded cool.
Yeah, so you just Google Translate into a language that makes it sound cool.
Yep. And that's
how
cool.
I usually do it.
Yeah, and you could tweak it a little bit, change the spelling a bit so it's not quite so obvious. But yeah, it's fun. It's easy. That's how I name things because I can't be creative. Oh, Namacon's amazing.
Yeah.
Buy the Namacon. Matt Finch.
All three of those books are amazing.
Yes, they are. World building, adventure design, and Namacon. And Swords and Wizardry is also amazing.
Yes.
It is my favorite of the, for lack of a better term, generic fantasy systems.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes that stand out to you?
I like it better than BX and the BX clones because I prefer race and class. I like that the attribute bonuses are only plus or minus 1, so they don't make that big a difference in most cases. And the classes are great because he compiled in complete revised at least, he's got like 20 some odd classes you can pick from between the two books because he compiled the information from Dragon Magazine and Strategic Review and some like Gary's articles and everything back in the day. I just like it a lot.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I have it. I've just never really picked into it too much. I've played it a few times. Like Eric Tenkar runs it. And at conventions and everything. Although I think he does continue light more so.
Well, and these days I think he's just straight up running BX too. Like he used to run a lot of Swords and Wizardry light and continual light at cons, but
I have it. I haven't dug into it. That's like one of the games on my shelf that I will eventually run. So I know I told this to Shadow. I was like, at some point when we talked about the 10 games that we'll probably never run, in our collection. And I said, my bucket list is to run at least 60% of what I have on my shelf. And I'm not too terribly far from that. I mean, I have a lot of game systems that I have run, and there's not too many that I haven't gotten around to yet. I mean, I'm looking through it. I know that Like I've played DCC, but I've never run it.
I've played DCC. I've not run DCC. I'm not really big on DCC
I mean,
because
yeah,
they're
I ran
stupid dice.
What was it? Not Strange Frontiers. What the hell is it called? Weird Frontiers, which is DCC. It's just
Yeah.
the Weird West setting for it. But yeah, so DCC is one that I probably will never get around to actually running. I'm not sure. I have Chris Miller's Anchor. I don't think I'll ever run that.
Yeah, that's actually one thing on a Friday show we could talk about at some point is like collections and culling, because I've got a lot of stuff I need to like sell or trade that I know I'm not going to run. Like even just looking to my left, I'm looking at Electric Bastion Land. I'm never going to play Electric Bastion Land. Why did I buy that?
Yeah, it's like I have a bunch of them that I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm glad I have them, I guess, but I'll probably never. Like I have, well, Shadow and Sun sent me my Modiphius Star Trek first edition, and I already know I'll never run that.
Yeah. Yep, got a lot I need to parse through. That'll happen at some point. That sounds like a good winter activity when it's cold.
Or it's a spring cleaning kind of thing too, you know.
No, that's past.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's yeah, Anchor, that Egyptian thing, yes. So yeah, it's kind of like Egyptian things, but they have like laser weapons and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So it's almost like what was that? Oh shit! What's the name of that movie?
Which
the
movie?
Aiden stuff. Oh crap! I'm forgetting what that. It's a famous movie too. Stargate. It's like Stargate. I want to run Tribe 8. Ultraviolet Grasslands. I've heard of that. I don't have that. Stargate. Yep. Yeah. Italislanta I don't have, and I have no reason to get it.
Which one? No reason to get
Italislanta.
Oh, I've never even heard of it.
I mean, I am going to run Barrows and Borderlands because after playing it, I've really enjoyed it.
B&B is fun.
Yeah.
I like boxed set games in general.
Yeah.
Swords and Wizardry, Barrows and Borderlands, Arduin. I want to run Arduin at some point in the next year or so. I did pick up the Necromancer's game from Frog God, which is like Bill Webb's version of OD&D with his house rules and stuff. And read through it. It's interesting. He's got a concept for lore checks where it's like an X and 6, and your classes will know. Just you can always make a check to know different things about history or mercantile stuff or hunting or whatever based on your class. So which is kind of cool.
I want to run the Majestic Fantasy.
Yeah, I'd like to run that at some point too. I don't actually have all of Rob's books.
Yeah.
But
I'll never run Lion and Dragon. Even though I got virtually everything for it.
I don't have any pundit stuff. I don't really want any pundit stuff, to be honest.
I grabbed the Sword and Caravan because I'm a huge, I'm a huge El Barak fan. I mean that's maybe my second favorite character that Robert E. Howard wrote. I mean maybe Solomon Kane is second.
Solomon Kane's totally mine. Yeah.
Yeah, but
the Puritan.
I have Savage World Solomon Kane. I'll probably never run that either.
I did
love
back
having the books. The books are awesome.
The books are awesome. I did have that. I backed that when I was playing primarily Savage Worlds for many years. And by the time it showed up, my Savage Worlds group fell apart for ridiculous reasons, and we moved on to other systems.
But the books are incredible for the lore and everything like that. Oh,
they are, and they're very cool, and the lore is awesome. They're great to read. I do want to run it again because I really like Savage Worlds Adventure Edition a lot. It's so much fun. I've got Pundit supplement stuff, but I don't need his games. Well, I personally just don't want to give money to that man because I think he's a dick, but you know, that's me. So,
yeah, but like I said, I mean, sort of Caravan. I wanted it because I was like, oh, you know, I could set, you know, El Barak is like World War I kind of time frame, and it'll work fine in that kind of a set. That's a setting for it anyway, and then I can pull other stuff in there to kind of do that. But I'll never end up running it. I just know.
Yeah.
Who am I going to find that wants to play it? That's the thing, is like I won't find anybody that looking to play it. Maybe at a convention somebody would play it.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't want to like buy stuff and hang on to it just on the off chance that I run it at a convention, right? Especially because a lot of times at some of these conventions, when you go with something obscure, unless it's like GaryCon where there's 3,000 people, you might not get a decent sized table for it.
No, I don't know. I've when I ran Blade Runner, the first time I ran Blade Runner, and it was when it first came out too. I was just running the starter, and I had 3 players. But the game is made for 4 players. It's really not made for more than 4. Certainly not the box set, not the starter set. It's designed for 4, and it's designed for those 4. You know,
right?
And that was a lot of fun. I was like, incredible system. I had great fun running Fallout. That's a great game system, especially for a convention too. At CNY was the first time I ran that at a convention, and that was a lot of fun. That's where I met Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw, he was Chainsaw and in the dropship game, I think.
Yep, that was the game I was in. Buzzsaw was a badass kid.
Yeah. I broke him into wanting to saw things, and you know, because he was with me and Takato in my game of Fallout the year before. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games that I have. Like, I don't think I'll ever run Top Secret with anybody. And I got the new one too, and
yeah. So I've got a lot of like OSE, like adjacent things, like a lot of the bloat game stuff. So like Dark Places and Demogorgon.
Oh yeah, I have those, and I've run some of those too.
Operation BX, and like I've run Operation BX is actually a ton of fun.
Yeah,
but I want to run some of those.
Did you have the Villains and Vigilantes? What is it, Vigilante City?
No, I don't have Vigilante City.
Oh, I was gonna say my character is in there.
Oh, really? Is that for OSE? Is that for their bloat games?
No, bloat games.
Okay. Yeah, I've got all their OSE versions of everything. So.
Yeah, no, I have their bloat games, which is what, Black Hack?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Or Survive. It's like, I think they call it Survive This or something like that. But like I've got a lot of Shadowdark stuff too. That it's like I've got a lot of cool Shadowdark settings. It's like, when am I going to run this? So.
Yeah, so that I think between you and Shadow, and we start talking about, you know, the top 10. We won't call it 10 games I know I'll never run that I have on my shelf. You know, I will never run this, and this is a truly terrible game. All right, but
Pirates and Plunder, never even heard of it.
It is a terrible game.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, and I had to get it because I was like, I just remember this from when I was a kid, and 1982, Quinto Publications. I think I got it in a pristine box set too. I think I got it for like $15. But look at the dice it comes with.
What
Talk about
the
old
hell?
school.
Dice for ants.
Yeah.
Aw.
Tiny little D10s. D10s are, is that D20s? Actually, it's D20s. Tiny little D20s. And it doesn't have ship combat. I was like, how do you have a pirate? How are you plundering ships and you have no ship combat? Or it doesn't have boarding, something like that. It doesn't have like major component of it. I know I'll never run it. And I got this here to go along with my pirate theme thing. So Pirates of the Shattered World.
Yeah.
I'll never run this.
Never even heard of that either.
Yeah, I'll never run this. I opened it up and it cracked.
Yeah, I bought it. Oh, yeah, I got another one. I got one that I know I'll never run. And I kickstarted this damn thing.
Oh, 13th Age?
Yeah, the second edition. Like I played the hell out of 13 Age in college, the first edition, and it was so fun. And then this Kickstarter took like 4 years to come out, and they made it lame and gay.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I tend to stick to kind of like my wheelhouse. So
yeah.
I know I've still got a few like 5e books in the pipeline that I backed, and I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking play with this. So I don't know what we're doing when they get here.
Yeah, so it's like the 5e Spelljammer, but it's missing the combat. Yeah, it's missing the ship-to-ship combat.
Yeah, it's kind of important for a pirate game.
Yeah, I got to look back through it again and everything. It's like a 2D20 system for 1982. That's kind of ahead of its times, I guess. But
yeah, I do agree with Baron. Don't run it, just steal it.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I do. I do
steal ideas from it.
That's why I buy some of these books that I know I won't run, because I still like to read them and learn something from them. And sometimes there's something interesting, and I'm just a giant dork, and I keep telling myself that one day when my daughter's a little older, I'm going to run all this stuff. And like the other, like my wall of shame item though, that I bought into it because of the hype at the time from all the OGL shit, was Draw Steel.
Yeah,
and I've played it. I've played it once, and I do not give a shit. And the layout is awful. The tables are unreadable. The font selection is terrible. I don't know what, like, they made like $4 million, and I don't know where it all went because the book sucks.
It gets all the hype though because he's part of that cabal of YouTubers.
Yes. I am not a cabal member. I'm a random schlub with Red Sonja on my hat.
Yes.
Which makes me awesome and way cooler than Matt Colville.
Do some giveaway streams.
I've got 100 subs, and when I do a stream, like, it'd be the same 4 guys just getting all of my shit. And I will mute for a second. I got a call. Hang on.
Anyway,
well, I am going to head out, Rich. My
I'm going to wrap this thing up too because it's been.
I'm going to go meet him.
So. It would have been 2 hours and 33 minutes of just chatting.
Yeah,
good to see you as always. And
yeah, you too. I'm sure.
Everyone,
we'll
you have a good one.
No.
And I am gaming at 8:00 tonight. So
all right, well, have a good game. Take it easy, bud.
You have a good one. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to wrap this thing up, and you all have a great rest of your day. Have a great holiday coming up, and take care.